what we have in studio is Chef Esteban from El Cubano Jack's. He was here before, made us a great rice dish last time he was here. He's back. He's going to be cooking up a fantastic meal because we can smell it already. Now, he says he hasn't really gotten into the good cooking yet, so that kind of really sets the expectations for me over here. So, yeah, good morning. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Rich. Good morning, Jacksonville. Here again to show you guys another simple yet delicious recipe. Today we're going to focus on an actual sauce and or marinade that we're going to marinate this skirt steak with and make a churrasco. Ooh. Sauce is going to be a chimichurri. Primarily, it's going to be parsley. I like to add a little cilantro in my chimi. So I do 2 bunches of parsley, 1 bunch of cilantro, some onion, garlic, salt, pepper, and some lime juice. We're going to throw that all together. Now, whether you have a blender, if you want to cut this up by hand, there's different methods. None of them are wrong. Now, I pretty much start off with my cilantro, my parsley, get some of those stems off of there. We're just going to go straight in there like that.
Alrighty.
I got a stick mixer that pretty much just blends everything from the top. So we're just going to throw everything in there just like that.
And these are all ingredients that you could get at pretty much any grocery store.
Any
right?
grocery
It seems
store.
very, very
By all
simple.
means, very simple. I like to throw all my stuff in there at once, and then we're going to get in there. I like to chop it up nice and fine or blend it up nice and fine.
See, this is some of the tips that I find useful because I'm not very cuisine educated, I suppose. So I probably would have took all that and just threw it in there and not even thought about chopping off the stems or anything.
It depends on how you're going to blend it all up and mix it. That would have been fine, bro.
Now, Esteban, when it comes to this, I noticed that you're adding the water in there. Could you have other ingredients in there? Is this a personal preference?
It's going to be vinegar. That was actually white vinegar
okay.
and oil is what's going to be the base of the sauce.
Now, also, did you measure these out in advance, or is that really a preference in flavor?
When it comes to stuff like this, I pretty much just use the eyeball method.
Okay.
The eyeball method works, especially for something like this. It's really hard over garlic. There you go. There you go. So once you get that all blended up together like such.
Like you said, you're using this particular blender, but you can just use your hands or anything you want.
You can use a knife, chop it up, mix it in a bowl. You can even use a blender like that if you have a blender that you make smoothies or something in.
Or margaritas.
That will work. There you go.
Yeah,
or margaritas.
save that for the margaritas.
I do 2 to 1 on the parsley to cilantro. So, for personal preference. Now, if you're not big on cilantro, you can go just straight parsley. It's a little messy back here.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a little preview of the forecast later on today. You kind of have a little moisture in the atmosphere over here.
And we're going to add a little bit of oil.
Now, the last time you were here, I know that you made sure to say that your meal was $20 total. Now, is this also somewhat of a meal on a budget?
Now, that all depends on the cut of meat that you want. So today we're using a skirt steak. You're going to, just grab a Ziploc bag or any type of container. Skirt steak goes right in the bag.
Now, any Ziploc bag will work or anything like that, just as long as it seals
I like
up?
to use the freezer bags with the double locking, just in case there's any spill or anything. Probably put the bag inside of a bowl or something if you're going to refrigerate it. I like to do a 24-hour marinade with the chimney in the steak. But if you're pressed for time, an hour, 30 minutes will work. The longer, the better.
Sure.
So just
really
remember
let
that.
Flavor seep in.
Exactly. Just throw it in the bag or in any type of bowl. Let that marinate. Throw it in the refrigerator. Come back tomorrow. We're going to be looking.
Oh, and the magic of television.
Like this, right?
There we go. Now, you said you have that one marinating for a full 24 hours?
Correct.
Pretty
Yes.
to it. Okay. And then, what's the temperature that you had this the stove on? Or are we going really high and hot?
Depending on how you want to cook the steak, You can go on a grill.
Okay.
Go nice hot grill. Get that nice and charred, depending on how thick and what cut of steak you have. Skirt steak is pretty thin, so we're gonna go straight onto this cast iron right here. I have it about medium high.
Okay.
Let it get nice and hot so you can get a good sear.
I'm telling you, I wish you could smell this at home, because he just brought out this freshly the marinated steak here, and
Listen to that sizzle. We're ramping things up here on First Coast News. GMJ is getting tasty.
all right. That is, I haven't had any breakfast this morning, so I'm just looking at this like, oh yeah.
You were smart. You knew who was coming in today. Get on the pan, get a nice sear both sides, depending on how you like your steak, medium rare, medium, anything but well done, right?
Oh, absolutely. All right.
Is there any?
Are we going to let this one cook and come back?
We're gonna let this cook.
Okay.
We're gonna come back, and then pretty much the star of the dish is the chimichurri. That's what I wanted to showcase today.
Okay.
It makes a great marinade. It makes a good sauce, and pretty much with this churrasco, we're gonna have tacos today.
Nice. All right. Well, we cannot wait for that. We'll be back with more flavor from Chef Esteban.
Thank you.
What a wonderful and heartwarming story, Zach. And speaking of home and warm, let's get a little flavor and taste of home with Chef Esteban. Chef Esteban Azofeifa from El Cubano Jack's is in the house, and we'll bring you right inside on this beautiful cut of meat. It's been sizzling during the commercial break. Oh, the aroma, the smell is just fantastic. So, Esteban, how long has this been cooking? And also, give us a temperature. Catch our viewers up on this.
So right now we're just getting a nice sear on it. I like my steak at medium rare, medium. We're gonna go about 3 minutes on each side. You can throw it in the oven if you need to bring it back up, or just do like maybe a couple more minutes on each side to bring it up to your liking.
And you said, again, this could go stove, this could go grill, you know, very variety of ways to cook.
Correct. However you want to go about it, a griddle, stove, cast iron, straight onto the grill is probably going to be my favorite method. Especially, still summertime, still a good time to get out, get the grill going. Let's do some churrasco, right?
Some of us who are from far colder places say, you can grill in the winter if you're strong enough. You can bring that out in a snowstorm if you really need that.
You can grill whenever.
So you're just working on this right now, but let's say you wanted some sides. You got a bunch of people to feed. What do you suggest?
I love rice and beans with my churrasco. So, however you want to go about it. A lot of people like doing tacos, which is what I'm going to make for you guys today here at the station. Once you got your churrasco going, the options are endless. You can rice, beans, you can make tacos, make some burritos, or even just by itself.
So at Lemon Street Brewing Company, El Cubano Jack's is set up there.
Correct.
What type of meals are you making there, and how does it compare to what you're making for us here?
I started the business just making the Cuban sandwich. Pretty much that is the staple of El Cubano Jack's, is the Cuban sandwich. Here within the next few months, I will be showcasing a lot more.
All right, so we're
doing full meals, doing specials like that. Right now at the brewery, we're just keeping it very simple, handheld eats, something that goes great with a cup of beer.
If only we had a little beer here as well. We're going to have to work on our bosses and make sure that they can allow us to imbibe a little bit, for flavor purposes only.
Of course. You got to have the experience hand in hand.
Of course. Now, are there any festivals that you're lined up for coming up these days?
The 904 pop-up, you can always catch me there. We do a tent setup there, selling Cuban sandwiches. That is at the Seawalk Pavilion at the beaches. Very good event, 200 plus small vendors of all sorts. We all go out there, we have a great time. By all means, we love a crowd. Come through, shop around, get you some food. There's a bunch of different options to choose from.
If I remember, that's really what got you started in this, right?
Correct.
You're going from somewhat humble beginnings to, you're spotting up almost a full restaurant these days.
Thank you.
It's got to be so exciting to have that progression.
It's been a dream come true. It's been a dream come true. I got furloughed during the pandemic, along with millions of other people in America. I took that as an opportunity to follow what I want to do and follow my dreams. So I pretty much started El Cubano Jack's business, selling Cuban sandwiches off a hot dog cart, going to brewery, bar to bar, and pretty much little by little it's grown into what it is today. I'm just happy to be here.
How often do people come in and recognize the growth that you've had? Have they like, oh, you used to have like this little cart down at that brewery, and that?
Yeah. For the people who've been following me that for that long, the couple years that I've been doing this, I'm very thankful. Not only that, for the people that see me on the news and then come in like, hey, you were that guy on the news. I actually followed that recipe and made a great chicken and rice, etc. So it is very satisfying to know that I do have people that support and follow, and once you love what you do, it's no longer work anymore, right?
Love it, absolutely love it. Are these about ready to start?
These are about done. So most important thing about steak is letting it rest. So we're gonna just go ahead and lay these on the cutting board like such.
All right, and then you have tortillas as well?
I do have tortillas today, so we're gonna keep it very simple, very street taco. We're gonna do onions, cilantro, and the cut up steak on the corn tortillas.
All righty.
All right. Now, any specific cut or anything that you're going to do here? I mean, see, you got a couple of the knives out.
Well, one is just a knife I use for my vegetables. The other one I'll be using for the meat. Always remember to cut against the grain for just a better bite, so it's not so chewy. Let's get right in there.
Yeah, that's some good advice right there. Like I said, going back to the fact that this is all new to me, I'd probably just start ripping them apart. So now you get the professional in here.
Oh, that was seared perfectly, too.
There you go.
Still a little pink on the inside. All right, yeah. Hold that right up into the camera here, too.
There you go.
Just like that. You want to keep it nice and juicy, all the juices in there. Rich, Rob, you go ahead and get you a piece of this and be my guinea pig if you don't mind, right?
All right, we'll do. Jump right in there.
Oh my goodness.
You spoil us, Chef Esteban. Like I said, at home, you can do this. How much you say it would probably cost?
So depending on the cut of meat, I got a skirt steak, cost me about $15.
Okay.
The ingredients you see here are well under $10. A couple bunches of parsley, a bunch of cilantro, onion, a lime, salt and pepper, oil and vinegar. That's all you need to make this chimichurri.
I've got to say, I know that this probably could feed like a family of like 4 or 5. You two might be lucky if I share any more of the steak with you.
Now, this is another, and you can kind of correct me if I'm wrong here, but this looks kind of semi-healthy. I mean, you got a lot of vegetables going on over here right now. And it's not terribly like deep fried.
Was
right?
this the
Yes,
meat?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
good.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
let me keep on going with this.
Go for it. By all means. I mean, tacos, depending on what you got in it, they can always be healthy, right?
Yeah. I think that's a lot of people are on that, trying to eat a little healthy. I know I am, trying to reduce those calories and everything. So
By all means. And not only did we used steak today to make a churrasco, but once you got that chimichurri mastered, you can use it to marinate fish, chicken, other cuts of meat. You can even use it as a sauce and drizzle it on top. That's what we'll do with these tacos.
All right. And that's what we're all about here right now, is that sauce you put together here just a little while ago.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Should we get one of these bad boys made? And then
Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys get the first one. Let me know what you guys think. Finish cutting this up here.
Yeah, still cutting some of these up. Still got some of the shells here, sizzling just a bit. And like we mentioned earlier on, we put the sauce together, just kind of catching everybody up if you're just coming in right now about what we've put together so far.
I'd like to point out that our producer, Matt, said in my ear that he and our director, Marshall, are drooling up in the control room. So I will take this opportunity to say, guys, it really is delicious.
Very nice of you, Rich. Very nice of you to fill them in.
They said they can smell it. They're about a floor up right now, so that's fantastic.
Now, you said you could do chicken, you could do fish. Is there a fish that you specifically would recommend for this? Maybe one that like, absorbs
Most
the
likely
flavor?
a white fish,
Okay.
a nice fresh white fish of any kind. Even if you just wanted to do like mahi or something like that.
Okay.
Marinate it well, let it sit overnight, and by all means, you'll be in for a treat.
Okay.
All right.
Test these out.
What are you're putting some onions on here now?
Some onions, and then we're gonna go with some cilantro on top of that.
Okay.
All right, just kind of getting those garnishes in place and everything. Not garnish, but the additives.
Well, just a little extra flavor. And
Exactly.
I gotta say, there's already very flavorful to start. So if we're going to extra flavor, this is gonna be delicious.
Said today seems like a good day to be doing this. Like I've been talking about all morning. We got that rainfall in the forecast, so we're talking about a day where you probably want to be staying inside. So you head out to the market. You can pick this up, kick it up. Your family would be happy. I know if my wife came home from work and I had this all set up for her, she'd be like, yeah.
Well, Robert, we're going to have this segment on first-coast-foodies.com, so if you go home, you'll be able to rewatch this, and you can do your best to mimic what Chef Esteban has prepared for us today, and then just wow your wife when she comes home.
That's the goal here.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, look at that.
Take this, get an uptight look at right there. Oh, my goodness, that's fantastic.
And this is a very smart move. You double shelled it. So we're not
the way to
creating
go.
disasters. Yeah.
It's the way to go.
Those of us with far less napkins than we had planned on are going to be okay. All right.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much, Chef Esteban. This is superb, and you can really taste that sauce you put together earlier.
And that's what brings
the
it
kicker.
together. That is the star of this dish. That is the star of the dish, is the chimichurri.
Well, excellent. Thank you very much for coming in.
Of course.
Pardon me for talking with my mouth full. But we're going to head to break. This segment will be on firstcoastnews.com very shortly. So if you, like Robert, would like to try and replicate this at home, you'll be able to. We're back right after this.